my Fluffal deck profile.
Oh man. Oh.
You know it, the dogs.
Oh man, we got that.
Basically, you run 3 of him because you want to go and search for all your Fluffals.
3 of the bitch. Got it.
Yeah, you gotta go and run 3 of him. He's basically an obvious 3. If you don't run 3, then you're... I don't know what you're doing.
Trying to kill yourself.
Also I run 3 wings because you want to go and get the draw power. 2 bears. So you can go and search for the vendor. And then I also run 2 owls. Reason being is because you want to go and search for the polys because I actually have quite the amount of polys.
Oh boy.
2 polys and a fusion substitute. So you want to go and search for those. I know people generally run 1, but I don't know. I like 2 because you like to see them, and also it works with the vendors as well. And 2 sheeps because with that you can go in normal dog, and then bring out your Imp Chain if he's in the grave and whatnot, and then you could go ahead and go into fusion plays as well. So that's why I run 2 sheeps. I know people generally run 1, but I like to go and recycle my dogs and owls and whatnot. And sometimes he could be a good top deck if you have like 1 Fluffal in hand or something. It doesn't matter what Fluffal as long as it's not sheep himself. But if you have him in hand and you draw into him, then you could go ahead and just like do recovery plays with chain or whatever else. If you need to build a wall, you can do that. Or for your fusion plays as well. And I also run 1 cat, 1 rabbit. I'll drop rabbit once the new support comes out.
Like the penguin?
Yeah, for penguin and everything. Yeah, I'm gonna drop him once penguin and the other one, the Octo. Yeah, once they come out. So those are all the Fluffal right there. And for Edgems, I run 2 chains and, 2 sabres and 2 chains. I'm thinking about bumping him up to 3, but I don't know yet. I might, but he's great for searching for Frightfur's spells and traps. And I also run 2 King of the Swamps as well. So for spells, that's all the monsters. So for spells, I run 3 vendors because you want to see this in your first opening hand. So that's why I run 2 of the bears and 3 wings, because you want that play as quick as possible. I might bump bear up to 3, but I don't know yet. I like him at 2. So like I told you before, 2 polys, 1 substitute. I might drop that for the new fusion. It's not a Frightfur Fusion, but it's a new fusion card that comes out at maximum prices, where you pay 2,000. It's like something that I can't respond to. So yeah,
like the new super poly.
Yeah, it's not really a super poly. It's I don't know. It's a new spell card that was just announced like literally like not even a whole 24 hours yet. So yeah, like I said before, 2 polys, 1 substitute, and 1 dark fusion. Dark fusion because my Frightfurs cannot be targeted, and also it works with the Frightfur factory as well. And I also run 2 fusions. 3 maybe, I don't know. 3 could be too cloggy for me. I like it at 2. Personally,
I feel like with any fusion card,
because I mean you banish a lot of stuff with wings, and then with
I feel like with any fusion, like Frightfur Fusion, Polymerization, like no matter what you're running, you run 2 fusions because then you're just gonna draw them a whole bunch if you run more.
And I run 1 factory, and that's really just all the Frightfur spells. Also run 1 Raigeki, 1 dark hole because board wipe is amazing. 1 TT, 1 MSC because sometimes MSC you don't really want to discard your fusion material. Because sometimes you don't have enough in hand, so that's why I like it. An MSC. It doesn't really come with a cost, so that's why I like it. And it's still a quick play, just like Twin Twister. 1 instant fusion for your Norden and your Sheep, and 1 Mass Change 2 for Dark Claw, and also DN as well. The reason why I have DN is because I'll get to that later. Yeah, that's all the spells. For traps, I don't really run a lot, because with Fluffal you don't really run a lot. 2 fusion reserves, 1 Frightfur March, and 1 Bottomless. Frightfur March because ABCs could go and be a pain in the ass to deal with sheep and whatnot. And Bottomless for pendulum decks. Matchups. And also it's just a good card in general, personally. And that's all the cards, spells, and traps, and everything. For extra deck, I run 2 Sabre Suits, 3 Tigers, 1 Leo, 2 Sheeps. I'd run 3 Sheeps, but I don't know, it's just so cramped in the extra deck space. 1 bear for fusion reserve target, so you can bring bear to hand just in case you don't have the bear and you need to search for vendor. And like you have wings and whatnot, but no dogs or no bears and no vendors. 2 wolves for the OTK. And 1 dark claw for Mass Change 2. 1 DN just so Mass Change 2 is never dead. Because he's Earth and your Fluffal's Earth, except for wings. And 1 Norden and 1 Castell. And that is the
Main and extra deck.
Yeah. I don't really have much of a side deck. It's more so just like things you could think about. It's not really mandatory. It's just a quick one that I put together. I run 2 Spell Shattering Arrows for Pendulum matchups, so they can't Pendulum Summon. 2 Necro Valleys for ABC.
System down for ABCs.
And System down for also for ABCs. 2 Fiendish Chains, you can switch them out. This is just stuff that they didn't have the more expensive things.
Like Breakthrough Skill and Valor.
No, I don't have any Valors. So Fiendish Chains just because. You could switch them out if you want. 1 Rivalry for the for those matchups. For the ones that don't really have one type. Grisel Prison. So basically with this, you, if you have a successful fusion summon monster, you could go and make it to where you can lock out decks such as X-Seeds and Synchros. It basically locks them out and also negates their effects as well until your opponent's next end phase. That's why you want to activate it during your opponent's turn. Great card, I love it. Underrated. Imperial Iron Walls for the decks that banishes, such as the
Paleozoic. Well, this plus is Paleozoic because like all the spell traps banish themselves when they leave the field.
Yeah.
So this will like let them recycle all the stuff.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well then, good idea.
Yeah.
I still like it though. Shadow Imprisoning for the whatchamacallit, Dark Claw and PK Fire matchups. And that is the deck profile.
Thank you very much. This was very last minute. Will you do us a favor? Kill yourself.
Probably. Check out 7 Wonders on the number 7 Wonders, and then you can find my channel as well.
I'll link it in the description.
Awesome.
Thank you. Subscribe if you want Daniel and this gentleman right here to both kill themselves.
Okay.